Hello everybody. What is winter without saag? So today we are going to make sarson ka saag. Sarson is available only in winters. During winters, the fresh leaves of sarson, they make very good saag. So now let us make saag today for lunch. And you can keep this saag, make lots of it and keep it for a long time. In the fridge you can store it, and whenever you want to eat, just give it tadka of lasun, adrak and green chilies and onion and use it for lunch. The older it gets, the tastier it gets. That is what they say. So let us begin. For sarson ka saag, I will need a lot of greens. I will need choli ka patta, I will need batua ka patta, I will need mooli ka patta, palak, methi. Then there is sarson, ganthal of sarson, that is the stem. You clean up the stem and you use that. Many people make sarson ka saag only with ganthal, but I will be using the leaves also. The small inside leaves and the ganthal. Then you need one mooli and you need 2 to 3 shalgam. Lots of ginger and garlic and green chilies. And I need little bit of chas that will bring down the bitter taste of the sarson. That I will add later on. And I will also require makki ka atta, little bit around 1 tablespoon to thicken and give it a nice taste. So let us begin with the process of making sarson ka saag. First, buy the whole package for sarson ka saag, for making sarson ka saag. Market mein, when you go to the market, vegetable market, you just tell them, give me all the ingredients for sarson. They will give you sarson, they will give you ganthal wali sarson, they will give you patte wali sarson, they will give you palak, methi, then choli patta, then batua. Batua is very important. You have to add 2 guchis of batua. And palak, choli, methi, you can add little leaves. Then khatta patta if you need, that is optional. 1 big mooli, 2 to 3 shalgam, lots of lasan, adrak and green chilies to give it a nice taste. So after you buy all the vegetables, all the greens, you wash them thoroughly in khulla pani and then chop them roughly, because we are going to put it all in the cooker, steam it and then mash it in the mixer. In olden days they used to just keep on rolling it while cooking, and it used to roughly become pasty. But nowadays, since we have mixers, we can coarsely grind the mixture after it is steamed in the cooker. For those who do not know what is batue ka patta, I'll just show you. These are actually weeds which grow in between the sarson ka khet. This is how they look. This is how it is. You can ask the vegetable vendor to give you batua, which is available only in winters. It is full of iron, very good. You can make batue ke parathe also with it. It is very healthy to eat. This is the stem, ganthal. I got thin ones, but sometimes you get very nice thick ones also, thick stems. You peel out the outer layer and take the inner layer. This gives the correct taste of sarson ka saag. Actually, many people in north, that is in Haryana, they make saag only with the ganthal. But since here it is not available, so I am using only the little stems that I have got. I have thoroughly washed it. Now I will chop it roughly and then put it in the cooker. There is no need to add water, just give it 3 to 4 steams. Put everything in the cooker, add some salt, hing, adrak, lasan, green chilies and little bit of dhania, jeera powder, lal mirchi powder, and without putting any water, because when you wash there is some water remaining in the leaves. Give it 4 to 5 steams and then let it cool down and give it one rough grind in the mixer, or you can do it with a rahi as you keep on making it ready on the gas. It is up to you how you like it. After 6 whistles, I opened the lid and now I let it cool down and then give it one rough round in the mixer, because the pieces are big of ginger and mooli and shalgam. They have softened but they are big. Add some green chilies as per taste. If you like it tikha, then you can add 4 to 5 green chilies. Otherwise, add 1 or 2 green chilies. And then add hing and makki ka atta 1 full tablespoon and mix it in the mixer. Take 2 medium sized onions, 1 full pod garlic and a small piece of ginger and chop them all fine. Now take 1 tablespoon of ghee and fry them until they all turn brown, and then add the saag to it. Keep it on slow fire and keep on turning it with a rahi for at least 15 to 20 minutes. And whenever you feel that it is getting dry, add a little matha, that is lassi, chas. Take some curds, add 1 glass of water and make lassi out of it and keep on adding that. In a thick bottom dekchi, take 1 big tablespoon of ghee and add the chopped onion, ginger and garlic pieces and roast them till they turn brown. Roast them until it turns brown. You can add one or two green chilies also chopped if you want, but I have already added while grinding the saag, so I am not going to add any more. When the onions and ginger and garlic pieces brown in the ghee, add the saag that you have ground along with 1 big tablespoon of makki ka atta and a little bit of salt, and keep on stirring it on slow fire at least for 15 to 20 minutes so that you don't get the kacha taste of makki ka atta. And whenever this thickens, make little lassi and keep. Take 2 tablespoons of curds and add half a glass of water and keep on adding that to the saag. So that will bring down the bitter taste of saag. There's no need to add tomatoes. Some people I've seen add tomatoes, and it will make it more tasty also. Curd gives it a nice taste. After 15-20 minutes, you can put off the gas and store this saag and use it as and when required with white butter on top. Cover it and keep it on slow fire for 15 to 20 minutes and keep on stirring it from time to time, because it will splutter a lot and it will spread all out on the wall and on the gas. So always keep it covered and then keep on stirring it after 2-3 minutes every time. Saag is such a thing, the more you keep it on slow fire, the more you cook it, the more tasty it becomes.